Angana ma'am, you may, yeah. Namaste children, you just had a glimpse of our guest today. We are delighted to have an interactive session with our alumni, prodigious and dedicated athlete, Karan Singh. He's an inspiration for you children as he has invested his skills and knowledge to create opportunities for aspiring athletes. Guided by his commitment and passion for his sport, he used his 6 years of experience in training with international coaches in the US to scout for local talent from tribal areas of Jharkhand. Karan was part of the Indian national camp in 2011. In 2013, he returned to India with a mission. He started the Indian Track Club in Delhi in August, the same year, to train athletes in the city. In 2015, Karan developed a scouting program specifically with the aim of bringing in kids from outside Delhi. For this, he zeroed in on 5 children from Chiragaon, a small village outside Varanasi. Karan had spent 3 years building a strong base for the athletes aged between 10 and 16 years. And within a year, the children won in the state meet, and one even became a national champion. Working diligently through the Indian Track Foundation, set up in 2018, he's training these children to become middle and long distance runners and win medals for India in the 2018 LA Olympics and beyond. May I request our principal, Sapna ma'am, to please address us.
Namaste, Karan, a warm welcome to you. And just to give you a little background, that Amrinda ma'am and I have worked together at the Vasant Vihar campus, but I think you would have passed out by the time I got to know the Malsari children. But the pride in the fact that you are here today is immense, to know that one of our children has gone beyond the call and is doing something which is so different and is supporting children who will benefit from all the practice and all the training that you are giving them. And many, many congratulations for Walter being the national champion for 2020. That must be a really, really proud moment for you. I was going through your website and the track Instagram page, and it's amazing. It's amazing the kind of work you're doing. So we are really looking forward to hearing from you. We really would want to know what it requires to come to the level where you are today. What is your advice to our children? What is the discipline and what is the health, diet, fitness? What should we follow? And what is it that you would suggest? So on that note, a big thank you to you for accepting and taking out time, and over to you. Thank you so much, Karan. Geeta.
Yeah. So Karan, your session with the children, and then we'll open the question and answer round. So we need you to just, yes.
Sapna ma'am, I'm really humbled, and I don't think you should be saying thank you to me. I should be thanking you guys for this opportunity, and kind of I'm really taken aback by the fact that Amrinda ma'am called me up and she said that she wanted me to speak to the kids, and you guys are so much more experienced than me, and आप लोग मुझसे बहुत ज़्यादा पहुँचे हुए लोग हो, तो आप please thank you मेरे को मत बोलो. I should be the one saying thank you to you. So I got taken aback when you said Walter. So I'm really happy that you could kind of see and feel the kind of work we're putting in, and
Absolutely.
the name of one of the athletes that I'm coaching. So really thankful to you for not only upar se seeing the kind of work we're doing, but also getting into it. So really appreciate that.
Thank you.
And thanks to Amrinder ma'am, because to tell the kids to start off with, my memories with Amrinder ma'am are totally so pure. When you're a kid, especially the kind of kids we're talking to right now from class 3 and 5, I remember Amrinder ma'am being sitting in the same bus, because we used to live close by. So we used to drive back together, and ma'am used to sit in front. She used to never move a muscle. And ma'am would be there, kind of just taking care of the kids in the bus as well. And I have fantastic memories because her son as well was 1 year younger to me, but we did spend a lot of time in our growing years together. So Amrinder ma'am, thanks a lot. Sapna ma'am and Geeta ma'am, I think this is the first time I've interacted with you. So thanks for all the communication and all of that stuff to make this happen. So really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, so I think, I don't know the kind of numbers that we're talking about because I can only see a few kids out here, but I'll just get going with my conversation and what I have to say. So, just taking off from what Sapna ma'am said and to all the young kids out there. So I'm basically a coach and I was an athlete myself. I want to get into the story in a bit, but the first thing that I would advise everybody out here is that you got to have work ethic. So work ethic basically means कि आप कितना hard work कर सकते हो. What is the ability within you as an individual, whether you're in sport, whether you're studying, you're into academics, or a particular passion that you want to follow. So when we say passion, I work with a lot of kids your age, so I know what I'm talking about out here, guys, is that people say that I'm very passionate about something. Like it could be the guitar, or it could be that I'm really passionate about one particular subject. It could be geography or history, or I'm really passionate about cricket or badminton. And then they say it and they say they want to become a badminton star or a running athlete, or they want to become a swimmer, or they want to become a geologist. But it's all well and good to say that, but to follow that up with hard work and work ethic is what is the most important thing. And that for me, guys, if you guys are listening to this, I would really tell you to follow a passion and to follow something that you really love and to push it, but to really, really work hard. You have to be at it morning, evening, night. And no matter where you are, whatever your age may be, if you don't have work ethic and if you don't work hard, no matter how much talent you have or no matter which home you come from, let's say your parents are the who's and who of Delhi or Gurgaon or the country, no matter where you're at, you will not be able to achieve your goal or a particular goal that you may set out, or you might not be able to reach your potential if you do not follow up your passion with work ethic. So to answer your question, Sapna ma'am, that's the first thing I would tell the young kids, that, it's very easy to say that I'm passionate about something. I want to follow that up and I really love this sport, or I really love this particular, subject. But then to really excel at it and become great at it, you gotta be totally following it up with a lot of work. You got to work hard. So that's what I would start off with.
Thank you. Agree. Absolutely.
So anyways, I'm I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. So hopefully you guys get inspired by it. And I was just like you guys. Yeah. I mean, I remember class 3, 4, 5. I was on the field all the time. I'm a Shriram alumni, and I have such amazing memories from the Vasant Vihar days to the Maulsari campus. And I used to play the whole day. If I was sitting in class, I remember in class 3, 4, in fact, it was class 4. I remember in class 4, we had just shifted to a new building in the Vasant Vihar campus at that time. And I could see the field from right outside my right-hand side of the window, sitting on the desk. And the teachers would be teaching me and teaching us in the class, and my eyes and my whole soul would be on the field. I would be like, what am I doing here? I need to get out. And I used to be fidgety. And I remember getting shouted at and my teachers scolding me. But, obviously they wanted me to concentrate, which is important too. But I just couldn't. I was very restless as a kid. Class 3, 4, 5, especially those years, I only wanted to be on the field. I remember we had games period every Wednesday and Friday, if I'm not wrong. And every weekend, I would just think about those half an hour periods or 1 hour period. And I would be like, I wish we can get a double games period, or I wish we can get in more time to play. And I wish we don't do this subject and I can play that sport. And so my life in school, your age, I was only playing sport, and I was playing so much sport that I think I reached a point when I was in grade 6. I remember becoming really good at cricket. And yeah, there was a teacher called Leena ma'am. I don't know if you guys know who she is, but now she's moved on, I think. But Leena
Yeah.
ma'am was the head of school at that time, and kudos to her that at such a young age she really gave me the opportunity to spend a lot of time on the field. So I would go to school, but I would attend very less of school because I was excelling in cricket. I was playing for the junior Delhi team at that time, and I would go to the ground at about 5:30 in the morning, do my practice, come to school a little late at about break time because ma'am allowed me to go back home, rest, and then come back. Then I would eat my lunch and then leave early from school and hit the ground again. And I would get home by around 7:38 in the evening. And that was my schedule, 5 days a week of school. And during the weekends, I was at the ground playing cricket from about 6:30-ish in the morning up to about 7 in the evening. So I was a kid who was on the ground because I really wanted it to kind of play cricket. But then growing up, I was also very talented as a runner. As an athlete, I was very quick naturally. And but I didn't get the access to train as an athlete. But then when I was 17 years old and I was in school, I was doing a long jump. And if you guys know what a long jump is, you basically run on the sand pit and you jump as far as you can. But because I was 17, I didn't have much of a background in jumping and running. I was a natural athlete. And So I jumped and I jumped. I pretty much crossed the sand pit. I was that good at jumping that I crossed the sand pit, but I was so bad with my technique that the way I landed, I busted my knee. So I ruptured my anterior cruciate ligament. And that was the first serious injury that I had got at the age of 17. So I was out for about 6 to 8 months. So at the age of 17, I had my first surgery. When I came back from that surgery, I really wanted to play cricket. But the first month that I went back to playing cricket, again, I injured my other knee with the same injury. So I was out for about 1 year and I had two serious knee injuries. And then it really got me thinking. And I thought hard about, do I want to play cricket or is there something else in store for me? And during the rehab, I really started running a lot and I really started training hard on my fitness. And I was naturally more talented as a runner than I was as a cricketer. And I would dream about this athlete called Steve Prefontaine. His one leg was shorter than the other. I'd seen his movie, very inspirational guy in the US. And I wanted to be like him. I wanted to run like him. So then I decided that I want to run for the country and I want to become the best athlete I can be. And I want to represent the country in the 2012 London Olympics. And I planned this out in 2004. And so 8 years from there, I wanted to be at the Olympics and I decided to get myself a coach. I started training in Delhi and I started training hard. And I would wake up early in the morning, about 4:30 in the morning, hit the ground by around 5:15, be at the ground till 7:15, attend college, then post-college come back for training again. I was in the zone of becoming the best athlete I could be. In the midst of all of this, I had another couple of knee injuries while I was training. So I had 4 knee surgeries by the time I was 20. And as an athlete, you have a certain window. So you kind of want to run for the country, but you also have to be realistic that can it happen because you have so many injuries? And do you have all the facilities for yourself to make it happen? Then I was bold enough to take a step that I wanted to go to the US and I felt that I've got 2 or 3 years. And in 2 or 3 years, I want to make this happen, but I can't do that in India. So I got myself a job. I really worked hard at getting sponsorships and I moved to the US in 2008 and in 2007, 8. And then I was there for about 5.5, 6 years. And I trained as an athlete. I got myself to a level that I could become a national level athlete. So I would come back to India. I was part of the national camp in India, like ma'am said. And